The stars above shone cold and distant over the outer colonies of the alien empire, a vast place where humans were almost forgotten, whispered about as weak and fragile, barely surviving among stronger species. The guard commanders ruled these worlds with fear, their armored ships patrolling every planet, their eyes always watching, always waiting for a human to make a mistake. On the colony of Zithera, humans lived in shadow, hiding from the alien eyes, scraping a living in abandoned factories and dark alleys. But one human was different, quiet, calm, and unseen by most. He moved like he belonged nowhere, yet everywhere. His eyes carried a spark that no one could ignore, even among aliens. The colony's central arena was alive with chatter and laughter. Today was the day the guard commanders came to mock Earth's prototypes. The arena was filled with aliens, of all shapes, towering figures, multi-limbed warriors, and shimmering warriors who glided instead of walked. All came to watch, all came to judge. When the guards appeared, humans in the crowd shrank back, hoping to disappear. Their prototypes, they said, were weak, unworthy of attention. The alien commander laughed, a sound like grinding metal, pointing at a young human in the corner. This one, Earth's forgotten toy. Let him fight, he barked. The crowd gasped. Even the aliens were curious. Some laughed, thinking it a joke. Others frowned, sensing challenge. The human stepped forward, his steps calm, measured, eyes fixed on the commander. The commander's laugh grew louder, mocking. You dare face me, alone? He sneered. The human did not answer with words. He only stood, still and confident. The crowd murmured, tension growing like static before a storm. The commander motioned, and a glowing arena gate opened, revealing a massive fighting floor. The human walked toward it without hesitation, his every step calm, deliberate. The aliens snickered, certain of an easy victory, but the human's calmness disturbed them. His fearlessness was strange, almost unnatural. The air thickened with suspense as the two figures faced each other. One towered over the other, muscles rippling, weapons gleaming, the other calm, a shadow of potential hidden in human form. The crowd leaned forward, whispers running through their ranks. Could a human really challenge a guard commander? Could the weak species actually fight? The human's eyes scanned the commander, analyzing, calculating. A faint smile appeared, not of fear, not of arrogance, but quiet determination. The commander raised his weapon, a massive energy blade, humming with deadly light. Step forward, human, and accept your end, he roared. The human did not flinch. He stepped closer, his voice low but firm. I accept, he said. Short, simple, fearless. The words echoed, silence falling over the arena. The aliens stared, some in shock, others in disbelief. Humans in the crowd felt hope stir, small but undeniable. This was no ordinary human. This was something else, something stronger, smarter, braver. The commander's eyes narrowed, sensing for the first time that this would not be an easy fight. He had faced many species, conquered many worlds, yet there was something in the human, a spark, a force he had not measured. The arena seemed to hold its breath. The first move was about to begin, and the crowd knew, whatever happened next, they would witness something unforgettable. The forgotten hero of Earth, standing against the most feared guard commander, ready to fight with no fear, only fury. The arena was silent now, only the hum of energy from the commander's blade breaking the stillness. The human's eyes never left his opponent, calm but sharp, calculating every movement. The aliens in the crowd leaned forward, eager to see the weak human crumble. But the human did not rush, did not panic. He studied the commander's stance, the rhythm of his breathing, the way his muscles tensed before each strike. The commander laughed again, a deep, grinding sound. Do you even know how to fight, human? He mocked. He swung his blade in a wide arc, sparks flying as it met the arena floor. The human dodged lightly, stepping back, his movements small but precise. The crowd gasped. They had expected him to be slow, clumsy, weak. Yet he moved with grace, with purpose. Even the aliens felt the surprise. Some whispered, he might be stronger than we thought. The commander's eyes narrowed, sensing the human's hidden skill. Enough games, he growled. He struck again, faster this time, a blur of deadly energy. The human met the strike, not with strength but with speed and clever angles, parrying just enough to survive, avoiding the full force. His strategy was simple: avoid, Study, wait, strike. Every move showed his mind was as sharp as his reflexes. The aliens watching began to murmur among themselves, their confidence faltering. The human had already gained small victories, dodging and blocking blows that should have crushed him. Sweat ran down his brow, yet his face remained calm, focused. The commander roared, frustration building. "You are nothing but a weak human. I will end you," he shouted, but each swing met with clever counter. Each step anticipated and avoided. The human even used the arena itself, ducking behind barriers, sliding across energy walls, using every advantage. The crowd gasped louder with each clever move. The humans watching began to cheer quietly, hope rising like a flame in their hearts. They saw a chance, a possibility. That Earth was not completely forgotten, that one human could stand tall. The commander paused, breathing heavily, scanning the human, trying to find a weakness, but the human had none he could see, only courage, intelligence, and unyielding determination. "Interesting," the commander muttered under his breath, a small, almost respectful note in his voice. The battle continued, each second more tense than the last. The human dodged, twisted, struck, every move calculated, precise. He was not just fighting for himself, he was fighting for humanity, for pride, for survival. The commander swung a massive overhead strike, energy crackling like a storm. The human leapt, spinning in midair, landing behind the commander. His first strike landed. A small but clear hit. The aliens froze, some in shock, others in disbelief. The crowd erupted in whispers. Did he? He hit him. The commander staggered, his expression darkening with surprise and anger. He had underestimated this human, underestimated Earth. The human's eyes burned with quiet fury, ready to face whatever came next. The battle had just begun, and already the tide was slowly shifting. The arena trembled with the force of the battle. The human had dodged and struck, but now fatigue began to show. His muscles burned, his breath came faster. The commander's attacks grew sharper, faster, deadlier. Every swing was precise, meant to end the fight in one strike. The crowd held its breath. Even the aliens were tense. No one had expected the human to last this long. Yet he was still standing, still facing the most feared warrior in the galaxy. A sudden strike caught him off guard, knocking him to the floor. Sparks flew as his back hit the arena tiles. Pain shot through his body. The commander laughed, triumphant. "Now, human, you will fall," he roared. The aliens cheered, confident that victory was theirs. The human lay for a moment, chest heaving, eyes closing briefly. It seemed the fight was lost. The humans in the crowd whispered in fear and despair. Their hero might finally fail. But then, something changed. A flicker of memory, of training long ago, of lessons learned in Earth's harshest places. The human's eyes snapped open. Burning with determination, he remembered why he fought, why he survived when all others doubted him. His planet, his people, his pride, everything pushed him forward. He rolled to the side, narrowly avoiding a strike that could have ended him. Rising slowly, each movement deliberate, careful, precise. He had studied the commander's rhythm, his pattern, every weakness in his attacks. Now, he would use it. The commander swung again, energy blades slicing through the air. The human dodged, spun, and struck, landing a hit to the commander's side, a solid strike, small but enough to surprise him. The commander staggered back, eyes wide in shock. He had never expected this. A human, small and fragile in appearance, was striking him with skill, with intelligence, with courage. The arena fell silent. Suspense hung thick like fog. The human pressed forward, dodging each deadly swing, using the commander's strength against him, twisting, rolling, striking at the perfect moment. Each move, clever, calculated. The crowd could not believe their eyes. Humans whispered, hope burning brighter. Aliens murmured, doubt creeping in. The commander's face darkened, frustration turning to fear. He had never faced a foe like this, never a human who could anticipate, outsmart, survive. The human strikes became faster, more confident, his small hits chipping away at the commander's defenses. Each one a statement. Earth is not forgotten. Earth is strong. Earth will fight. The commander swung wildly in anger, his attacks now reckless. The human ducked, rolled, and delivered another precise strike. The tide was turning, slowly, inevitably. The crowd leaned forward, eyes wide, hearts pounding. No one wanted to blink. No one wanted to miss this moment. The human, once underestimated, was now the center of the galaxy's attention, and deep inside, the commander knew the end of the battle was near. But the human had not yet revealed all of his strength. Something greater was coming, something the universe would remember. The arena shook as the commander roared, fury burning. In his eyes, he swung his massive energy blade in a wide arc, sparks flying. The human ducked low, rolling under the strike, landing lightly on the other side. His movements quick, precise, almost impossible to follow. The crowd gasped, leaning forward as if they could see every detail more clearly. The commander struck again and again, each swing faster, more violent than the last. But the human anticipated, dodging, twisting, turning, using the arena itself, bouncing off walls, sliding under energy barriers. Every move, smart, clever, and calculated. He was no longer just fighting for survival. He was fighting for humanity, for pride, for hope. Every strike, every dodge, every movement showed his courage and skill. The commander growled, frustration twisting his face. His pride hurt more than his body. No enemy had ever survived this long against him, let alone fought back so cleverly. The human saw an opening, a small gap in the commander's guard, the kind only a patient, careful fighter would notice. He struck, not with brute strength, but with speed and precision. His weapon, or fist, landing exactly where it would hurt. The commander staggered back, shocked, disbelief flashing across his face. The aliens in the crowd murmured, whispering to each other, impossible. A human? How can one human do this? The human pressed forward, never stopping, never hesitating. His movements a mix of intelligence and raw determination. The commander swung wildly, his attacks losing precision, anger clouding his judgment. The human ducked under one strike, rolled behind the commander, and delivered a powerful blow. The impact echoed through the arena, silencing the crowd for a moment. The commander stumbled, nearly falling, his massive weapon sliding across the floor, sparks flying from the touch. He glared at the human, realizing this battle was no longer just a fight. It was a lesson. A human could rise, could adapt, could fight with unmatched courage. The human did not smile, did not gloat. He moved with purpose, calm yet unstoppable. Each strike now more daring than the last, each dodge more precise, each moment building toward the final move. The commander swung one last time, energy crackling, aiming to end the fight in one strike. The human waited, timed it perfectly, and then struck, a rapid, calculated combination, hitting weak points, exploiting gaps, using both skill and strategy. The commander fell to his knees, stunned, breathless. The arena erupted, humans cheering, aliens silent, stunned. The once commander looked up, eyes meeting the humans, respect, fear, and disbelief mixing in his gaze. The human stood tall, battered but unbroken, his chest heaving, eyes burning with determination. He had faced the strongest, and he had not faltered. Not fear, not fury, only courage, intelligence, and resilience. The crowd watched in awe, realizing they had witnessed something extraordinary, something no one would forget. The human had proven himself, Earth had been remembered, and the galaxy would never see humans the same way again. The arena fell silent, the echoes of the battle still hanging in the air. The commander knelt, battered and breathing heavily, his once fierce gaze now softened by disbelief and respect. The human stood tall, bruised and tired, yet unbroken. Every scar on his body told a story of courage, of determination, of a species long underestimated. The aliens who had come to mock now stared in awe, whispering to each other. He defeated him, a human, victorious. The humans in the crowd erupted, cheering, clapping, tears in their eyes. Cliff Dad had been buried for generations, now burned bright. The commander slowly rose, his massive armor creaking. He looked at the human and nodded, a silent acknowledgement of strength. Earth underestimated you, he admitted, his voice low but sincere. Thim the human did not respond with prideful words, he only nodded slightly, letting his actions speak louder than any declaration. Around the arena, humans began to rise, some stepping forward cautiously, inspired by what they had seen. The once forgotten people of Earth now felt a spark, a renewed sense of purpose across the alien empire. News of the battle spread quickly. Whispers of the Earth, human who stood against the guard, commander reached far and wide. Even distant worlds took notice, their fear of humans now tempered. With respect, the human walked through the arena slowly, each step deliberate, each movement a statement. Earth had fought, Earth had survived, Earth had risen. The commander stepped aside, allowing the human to pass, a gesture unheard of in their brutal history. The crowd followed, awestruck, some cheering quietly, some staring in disbelief. The human paused briefly, looking toward the stars, thinking of Earth, of home, of everything that had led to this moment. For a species long underestimated, long oppressed, this victory was more than a fight. It was a message, a warning, a promise. Humans would not be forgotten. Humans would rise. Humans would fight. The human turned back to the commander, eyes burning with quiet determination. "This is only the beginning," he said softly. Not a threat, but a promise. The commander nodded once more, a mix of respect and fear now in his eyes, and the arena seemed to hold its breath, knowing that the events of this day would echo across galaxies. The humans cheered louder, their forgotten hero standing among them, not for glory, not for fame, but for the courage of one human to face the impossible. And in that moment, Earth's legacy had begun anew.